Don't forget folks, before we go any further, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, ring the bell and all that jibber jabber, and thank you very much for supporting Invincible Asia. Released in 1993, Wong Jing's outrageously entertaining and very unofficial Street Fighter II influenced movie predates the official Hollywood outing, starring Jean-Claude Van Damme, by a year and completely wipes the floor with it in terms of getting things right. From its wild selection of characters to its insane fight choreography that delivers moves that are true to the popular Capcom game, Future Cops may only have been made for the cost of the Hollywood features catering budget, but its quirky cheapness just adds even more entertainment value and charm to this unsung classic of Hong Kong cinema. When a major criminal known as the General is sent to jail after an attempt at world domination, a number of his ruthless minions travel back in time from 2043 to 1993 to kill the judge that locked him away. But the future cops know of their plot and, under orders from their police chief, are sent back to 1993 to protect him. Landing in the back garden of clumsy high school student Tai Hung, the future cops try to blend in with daily life, going back to school, falling in love, and protecting Tai Hung from the General's minions, as well as some high school bullies. Clearly inspired by the Street Fighter II wonders he worked on Jackie Chan's City Hunter earlier that year, writer and director Wong Jing immediately got to work on this wacky gem, pulling out all the stops and pulling in an all-star cast to make it happen. But with Wong Jing being Wong Jing, just having a blatant rip-off of the world's most popular video game was never going to be straightforward enough. With Future Cops, Wong delivers a host of pop culture homages that never fail to create a chuckle. These include nods to the equally popular Dragon Ball, Super Mario, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, The Terminator, Doraemon, Ghost, and many others. Using his powers as one of Hong Kong's most prolific filmmakers, Wong Jing secured the services of some of Hong Kong cinema's finest, such as the incredible Andy Lau, a Wong Jing regular who began with him on the Magic Crystal back in 1986. Since then, the pair have worked together on films such as The Crazy Companies 1 and 2, Perfect Match, Casino Raiders, Crocodile Hunter, God of Gamblers, Kung Fu vs. Acrobatic, The Last Blood, and so many more. In Future Cops, Lau plays T-Man, the Vega character of the game complete with face mask and deadly claws, with the handsome Aaron Kwok playing the Ryu character known as Lung. The fantastic Jackie Chung stars as the hilariously named Broomhead, a Chinese variation of Guile, while Wong Jing's old flame and fan favourite femme fatale Ching Mi-yo stars as Chun-Mei, turning in a highly entertaining role as the Chun-Li of the show, with the hilarious Kingdom Yun making an appearance as another of the same character. The legendary Simon Yam turns in a comic performance as Sing, the Dalsum of the piece that actually stretches and breathes fire when needed, and the popular Ekin Cheng stars as the Chinese version of Ken, albeit with a few tweaks. Jackie Chan's stunt team member and popular villain of Hong Kong cinema, Ken Lo, leads the bad guys as the General, sporting an almost identical outfit to that of his M. Bison counterpart, while the equally menacing Billy Chow stars as the Sagat of the piece, known as the Tai King. They are joined by the great William Juen, who plays Toyota, a more precise and weightier version of E. Honda than Jackie Chan's City Hunter variation. And the hilarious and late Richard Ng is wonderfully miscast as Blanca, although in the best possible way of course. Helping to fill out the cast list is the fun Andy Hui, Charlie Yung, Nat Chan, Winnie Lau, Lee Soo-kei, and the great Dennis Chan as the unfortunate headmaster of the prime location high school. And last but not least, there's the wonderfully charming and always enjoyable Dickie Chung, the popular singer and actor who stars as Tai Hung, the target of the General who will go on to become the judge in the future, who eventually gains his own superpower and becomes Son Goku from Dragon Ball in the final battle. In fact, 1993 would prove to be a very busy year for Dickie, with no less than 11 film roles on the go, in titles such as My Hero 2, Hero from Beyond the Boundary of Time, Vampire Family, Black Panther Warriors, The Prince of Portland Street, and Wong Jing films like Last Hero in China, Holy Weapon, and this. Proving to be one hell of a filmmaker across many different genres and many decades, Wong Jing has always been somewhat of a Marmite writer, director, producer for many fans in the West. And with that, I think it's only fair to say that a movie like Future Cops may not sit well for many. With plenty of in-jokes and an abundance of crazy, over-the-top, video game-inspired fight action courtesy of the prolific and talented Tony Ching Soo-tung, all of which I can assure you will most certainly entertain, Wong Jing would go on to deliver a semi-sequel remake a fast 17 years later with Future X-Cops in 2010. A film that was blasted by most critics and fans for its bad CGI and poor writing, with only Andy Lau returning from the original and Tony Ching Soo-tung delivering the fight action once again. And while I think it certainly had its moments and entertained to a point, this modern adaptation was certainly no Future Cops for a number of reasons. To sum it all up, it would only be fair to say that a film like this is one of those movies that has to be seen to be believed. Sure, it's far from perfect, often looks cheap in production values, and offers plenty of childish antics, but just the sheer energy alone of this live-action cartoon is worth watching for the experience.